Well, I don't. Because I actually had I did a consultation with there's a guy, I forgot his name, Abbott. So I actually got a hold of somebody who's a licensed practitioner in cytometry. So we had a phone consultation, and we were talking, and I'm like, yo, it's just. I was more confused than anything because, again, just one diet is saying, hey, I can eat the meats, right? I can eat dairy as long as it's like goat milk or goat cheese. That's fine. But then you got Dr. Sebi's philosophy saying, no, you got to stay away from all that stuff in order to purify and cleanse the body and bring it back to an alkaline state. So me personally, I'm at the point where it's like, because I'm like torn between the two, I'm just going to try both out and see what happens. Right? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really know, right? You can't say, okay, well, what Dr. Sebi is saying is absolute fact, or.
But isn't that what life is like as far as health, though? Like, you're just gonna try, like, whatever somebody says, unless you're being forced to do it, you just do it. But then once you aren't forced to do a specific health lifestyle, you choose between, oh, that's what that, like smoking cigarettes, for example.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's two extremes.
Yeah.
You're either doing it or you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the same with like everything? Like, you just got to get your own, because there's people who live till they're 100 that smoke cigarettes every single day. And there's people who die early because they smoke cigarettes for 10 years.
That's true. You're right. You know, it's
an inside job. Like, it's just your personal preference at the end of the day, what you believe is right and wrong.
Yeah. I agree. You're right, because there's, like you said, there's people that live to 100 who smoke cigarettes their entire life since they were teenagers, and then you have some people who've been doing the same thing, but they die in their 40s or 50s of a heart attack.
Who smokes cigarettes and lives to their 100?
Who? The Chinese
people? In most cases, it's the person who doesn't think about it every day. They enjoy smoking cigarettes. The worst person who smokes cigarettes still is the person who knows all of the bad health issues that comes along with it, and they thinking about it every day, like, I need to quit. That's gonna kill you quick. The mind you got powerful. The mind knowing that you don't want to do something. Shoot,
this mind is powerful, man. It's so funny that you said that, man, because, you know, I'm going through that phase right now where I want to. So my approach, I want to go or take the Dr. Sebi philosophy approach to diet and health, right? But when I'm at work and I'm eating a slice of cake, or I'm eating, or I'm eating white bread, or I'm eating X, Y, and Z, and I know that I'm not supposed to be eating this, but I'm eating it anyway, I'm creating confusion in my brain, right? I think that's like a battle between my conscious and my unconscious mind that's going on. So I don't know, man. It's but you know, when it comes like to cigarette smoking, people know
that's
cigarettes.
Health. That's health.
Yeah, but with the
it's the same with water. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna drink? There's people out there that's not drink. Like, there's a choice. You're either going to drink water or you're not going to drink water. Yeah. But some people are replacing it with a can of soda.
Yeah.
Like, okay, don't drink water. We'll see how long that goes for you. But let's replace that with a can of soda.
Yeah.
Like, what would you rather someone have? A glass of faucet water or a can of soda?
That's a good point.
Which one?
That's a very good point. I would say faucet water.
But somebody's not drinking faucet water, so instead they're too good to drink faucet water. So instead, they're gonna go grab a can of soda and justify that.
Yeah, they're like, well, they'll say there's no water in the house. I ain't drinking the faucet water, all the chemicals and stuff. But
so instead, they go get a soda,
which is 10 times worse. Which is, you know, because well, first of all, if you boil faucet water, it's a little bit better than just drinking it straight from the tap, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true.
You know, but if you go grab a soda, not only are you getting high fructose corn syrup. You're also getting a shitload of white sugar, plus the carbon in the, so it's just bad all around. And you have these different dyes and stuff, red 40, blue 30, whatever all that stuff is. That's all chemicals that we're putting into our body.
Yeah, but as wild as you just said it was, what you just said, yeah, people need to hear that.
Yeah.
We need to hear that. We need to all be reminded.
We do, yeah. We do.
Because this thing, it's an ongoing, like, it's never ending. Like, people be thinking that they have their hands on their health, but yeah, that thing, it changes.
Yeah, it's evolving. It's evolving because it also, I think there's other lifestyle factors that, as far as when we're making decisions in regards to health, that people take into account. Like this may or may not be the facts of the, but this is what I'm thinking in my mind. One of the biggest fears that I have for adopting, say for example, Dr. Sebi philosophy as far as health, because it's really like, it's extremely radical, bro. Like there's a guide. There's like a guide that tells you.
Is it more radical than vegan?
It is, because it's vegan, but it's like next level vegan. I don't want to say because I haven't, so I've never been a vegan.
So there's no meat in it.
No, there's no meat, there's no dairy, but it even goes further than that. It talks about, like I was saying earlier, carrots, right? We all think carrots are good. Vitamin C, good for the eyes. Based on Dr. Sebi's philosophy, stay away from carrots because they're hybrid foods. They're not natural to the body. Now, there's some people who say his ideas are a little, and rest in peace. He was passed away last year, August the 6th. So rest in peace. But there are people that are saying that his ideas are a little too radical, right? Because there's been no negative impacts to people doing.
Radical. People are, they're wild. Like the old lady told me in Georgia that time. Mm-hmm. Like it's too much. Yeah, it's too. Come on, come on. Like seriously. We're going like just like how there's too many religions. There's tens of thousands of religions. Yeah. There's going to be tens of thousands of different lifestyles of eating when it's all said and
done. It is.
This is ridiculous. Come on.
Hey, Ma! I'm on TV!